We are just so grateful to all of you for coming today for our cooking class. We're particularly excited to be featuring Tutu's recipes today, featuring Nigerian food. And we have the wonderful Erica from the New American Welcome Center that will be here to talk about all the amazing projects the New American Welcome Center is doing. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Buckman, and I'm the outreach and marketing manager here at Common Ground Food Co-op. And we feature different community members every month for cooking class and meal kit. So we've never had the honor to feature Tutu nor Nigerian food. So we're really excited to have you all here to cook with us. Some of you have gotten the meal kit and others that are tuning in just to watch this awesome class. So we're really excited to have you all today. And I think most of you are muted. So if you don't mind just commenting, I'll be getting some close-ups with my phone and answering any questions or shooting any conversation to Tutu that you have for the class. So we're really excited to have you. And before I introduce Tutu, I would really like to bring up Erica here to talk a little bit more about the New American Welcome Center. And all your order.
Thank you. Hi, thank you so much everyone for signing up today. My name is Erica Vergara, and I'm here with the New American Welcome Center. And today's event is actually a collaboration between the co-op and the New American Welcome Center for Welcoming Week. Welcoming Week is a week long. It started on September 9 and actually culminates today. So we still have a few events going on, this being one of them, and K-Walk actually which should start in about an hour here at the Urbana Public Library. The next one we have, let me just pull it up in case you would like to attend once we're done here. It is actually Taste of, let me just pull it up a little bit, International Taste of First Presbyterian. So that event starts 4 to 7 p.m. So in case you're interested, so the New American Welcome Center is actually a program within the University YMCA. If you don't know where the University YMCA is located, we're actually on Wright and Chalmers, so a block away from the bookstore. And the New American Welcome Center, we try to, be in the community. We have our legal services, our immigrant helpline. We support immigrants, own businesses. So if you have any questions, you can go to our website, which is universityymca.org, where you can find some of the businesses that we showcased this year. We created a booklet where all of the businesses that we had are immigrant owned, and you get a little bit of discount. So you can still check it out. You after this, you feel like, hey, I want some food, want a free set. Please support some of our locally owned immigrants.
That's amazing. Thank you, Erica, for helping co-host this class today. And yeah, we're always really amazed by all the work that the American Welcome Center is doing. We participated in the Bucket Brigade with Sandy Murray and Cleveland Township a few years ago. And I know that you guys were definitely part of funding that and making sure that all the free food that was being dropped off for other neighbors were based on the cultural staples of those community members. So it's really amazing all the work that you guys are doing. And yeah, we're just really excited to be a part of this. It's the first time that we've been a part of the Welcoming Center or Welcoming Week. So yeah, we're really happy that you all are here to celebrate with us. And yeah, we will be cooking some amazing food. We reached out to the New American Welcome Center a few months ago, looking to connect with more wonderful cooks, and they recommended Tutu to be one of our amazing cooks here. And so I'd love to introduce Tutu. Tutu, would you mind sharing a little bit about yourself?
Okay, my name is Adetutu Fabusoro. You can call me Tutu. Yeah, that's easy. I'm a PhD student at the Human Resource Development Department. And then I'm a Nigerian, I'm Yoruba. I speak Yoruba and English. I'm here. My husband is also a PhD student. And then we have two daughters. Yeah, a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old. Yeah, so thank you.
Yeah.
What else do you want to share?
And I think maybe we could introduce some of the dishes that we're going to make today, and kind of what tools, what equipment they'll need for their class that they're cooking with us.
Okay, so today we'll be cooking Edikaikong Soup. Edikaikong Soup. I hope you can pronounce that. So it's majorly like actually in Nigeria we use what we call ugu leaf and then water leaf. So here we can't find that.
Yeah.
So what we usually use is the spinach, which is very close to the water leaf. They really look alike.
Okay.
And then I use kale or collard green for to improvise the ugu.
Yeah.
So the ugu is kind of coarse like this, while the water leaf is almost looks like the spinach. So that is what we are cooking today. And then for meat, we usually use goat meat or beef or chicken for this, but goat meat is the
ideal.
Is the best. Yeah, we have skinny fish. We have stockfish. You must eat stockfish because those are the things that give it the local, the smell.
Yeah.
We have this dry fish, and then we have grounded crayfish, and then of course our seasoning, salt, and all that. For the Garri, we basically just need the Garri water. And just a little bit
and a little palm oil.
Yeah, a little palm oil. Actually, if you want to make the Garri the Yoruba way, you don't need palm oil. But I want to make it look Igbo-ish because this soup is actually an Igbo soup.
Igbo.
So yeah, so their own eba is always yellow. So our own Yoruba are the one that eat this kind of. So we just make it this way. But for the Igbos, it's yellow. That is kind of goes with this soup. Yeah,
that's
so
awesome. And
then
what kind of is Garri cassava or is it its own grain?
No, Garri is cassava.
Cassava.
Yes,
Okay, so it's
made
like a
from
ground
cassava.
dried cassava.
Yes, like grounded, fermented. I think they cook it. It's a little bit powdered, then fermented, and then dried and grounded. Yeah, we have different flours that is made from cassava in Nigeria.
Yeah.
We have Garri, we have elubo, we have fufu. So, but you can distinguish them with their look.
Yeah.
And maybe the smell. When you went to the African store, you'll have seen different varieties.
And we got some of we got a lot of the fish and the Garri from Ashar African store, which is just off of Cunningham and University. I definitely recommend stopping over there. They were really wonderful. It was the first time that I had some of these went to shop for some of these ingredients, so it's always humbling for me. I do some of the shopping for all of our cultural cuisine classes, so I always am learning so many new ingredients. So thank you for introducing us to all of these amazing ingredients.
Yeah.
And that
is palm oil.
Palm oil.
Yeah.
And then there was like a liquid palm oil or a thick palm oil.
They are all the same. Actually, by the time you eat it up, it becomes liquid.
Yeah, right.
And if it's cold or something, even if it's liquid, it will thicken it up.
Thicken up. And then will you talk a little bit about the different fish? Is this barracuda? Is that what we call it?
Yeah, we call it kingfish. I don't know what you call it here, actually. So, yeah, we call it kingfish, but
yeah,
the way you're looking at it, I don't know the name it is here, but I know it has a name here. I don't know what the name is. And these are, so I think these are just small tilapia or something like that, right?
Yeah, sardines.
Yeah, sardines, small sardines.
And they're like, are they salted and then dried or dried?
No, they're not salted, just dried.
They're already salty.
They are not salted. And these are stockfish. So these are, what do we call it here?
I don't know.
we in Nigeria, we call it
herring? Herring?
I like mackerel.
Mackerel.
Yeah, I think something like that. Dried one.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think those are the fishes. Then we have the goat meat. We have bell pepper, onions, yeah, and salt and
Curry powder and
curry powder.
will
So
they
this
give
will
them
just
a-
be used for to boil the meat.
Oh,
Yeah, not for the main soup.
okay, just for the
Yes.
meat.
Then
boil it.
this is crayfish.
Crayfish.
Yeah, it's been grounded.
And that's it was blended already.
Yes,
So
yes.
well, this is exciting. Has anyone made Nigerian food before? Let us know as we go if you have any questions or if you want to ask our expert. So we're excited.
Yeah.
We're excited. So what kind of what kind of things are they gonna need today?
Okay, so we're gonna need a pot to boil the meat, and then the main pot to cook the real soup, and then of course the pots to make the eba or the garri.
Sorry.
Some people call it garri. Yoruba call it eba, but the rest of Nigeria call it garri. So this is garri, but by the time you made it, then it's called eba. But some people still call it garri,
Eba.
even after it's made. Yeah.
And then do you eat the eba with
With
your hand?
Yeah, with your hand, yes.
Okay.
Wash your hand.
Yeah.
Some people eat it with fork, or whether it will be sweet.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
better you eat it with your
Traditional.
hand. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's sweeter that way. Okay, should we start?
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
it.
So we're gonna start by washing our meat. And then I think I'll make one bowl.
Yeah. So get a bowl. You're just gonna rinse it,
Mm-hmm.
and I will. I'll get some close-ups on my phone.
Where
So
do
we're just gonna wash the goat. And just until it goes clear,
mm-hmm. Then wash it like 4 times.
4 times.
Yeah.
And you said African chicken would be a substitute, or beef,
Mhm.
or
Or beef, yeah.
African chicken is different from chicken that you would get at other stores.
Well, it's kind of harder.
Yeah,
It's
harder.
stronger, yeah.
Oh,
So we like it stronger than the one we get here. But if you still want to get one,
Stronger,
if you
like
don't like it strong, just get the normal one.
it's had a full
But
life.
for us Africans, we like it hard. So
We like it to have a full life before it becomes
the
food.
skin to be very strong. Yeah.
So you
Okay,
said,
so this is the meat. It
okay,
has been
nice and
washed.
washed.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
And so
put
into
it-
the one of the small,
We already washed the
pan.
pot. Yeah.
and just place the meat in.
Is there any water in that pot, or do we just put the meat right in there?
Sorry, just one moment. What did you say?
Is there any water in that pot that she just put the goat meat in?
I'm just putting the meat. No water yet.
Just.
I've
the
not
meat
put
right
any
now.
water, yeah.
She rinsed it and then put it in
The knife.
put it in the pot here.
Okay.
She's gonna top
If the meat has
Oh.
bones on it, is that supposed to stay on there? Should it have bones on the meat, or should that be separated off?
the bones can stay on the meat. They will.
Yeah, the bones can be there.
The bones can be there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so now I'm going to cut the onions.
How are you gonna do it? The dice or
No, it can be anyway, slice,
diced.
whatever. Your preference.
and everybody got 2 onions, so they do the same for both.
Yes.
Like
they
nice.
might not use all the 2. I think
Okay.
one is okay.
One might be okay.
Mhm.
Okay,
So
so
for
for
the
now,
goat-
just dice up
For the
Your-
meat. Just
dice or slice your onion. I think you're
this
slicing.
knife
That's
is
nice.
very sharp. I need
Hey,
to
guys. Hey guys, for boiling the goat, how much water is needed?
let's see.
I don't think we're.
The direction said boil for 25 minutes.
Yeah, the direction said boil the goat. Are we doing that yet or not yet?
Right now, she's cutting the onion and then,
I've just started cooking
I
it.
think once the onion is prepped, you'll might boil the goat with the onion.
Yeah, I'll put the onions on the go.
So I think,
They should just be cutting the onions right now.
yeah,
Cut your onions right now.
just slice your onion.
Nice cut, man.
Oh, yeah. You want help?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Want me to get you in?
Is that okay?
Are we using 2 onions? 2 onions?
I think
or
right
1
now
onion?
we'll do 1 onion.
Yeah, you can use half for the meat, then we use the remaining half for the vegetable. So this is the sliced onion. Are they already?
Sliced onion going into
It's going into the meat. So I just used like half of the onions that you have, half of one, not the whole one. So it's there right now. Then I'm going to be putting the curry. You all have the curry? Yeah.
Right, buddy.
Mhm.
I can help you cut.
This is very.
Want me to dry it?
Mm.
We got a little cut. We're just putting a Band-Aid on.
Yeah, so that, yeah.
I can get you another one.
Okay, so, yeah.
Yeah, I can do it tomorrow.
Okay, so we have the curry. I'm gonna be putting that. Just a little pinch of curry on that.
Is the stove
And
on
then
already?
We have the
or you-
time. There is no water yet. After I've added everything, I'm
water.
going to put water to
Okay,
make all
thank
the
you.
ingredients go down. Just small time, very tiny, teeny tiny. You want to do the close up so this
Yeah, here we go. So
Mm.
you got just a sprinkle of your turmeric,
just to sing.
maybe like a couple tablespoons, and maybe like a half a teaspoon
Yeah.
of the thyme.
Of the time,
Of curry powder.
What are we adding? We're adding the curry and the salt.
So just we're just adding the thyme and the curry powder. So I think it's been about like
So now I'm gonna add this
tablespoon
salt,
curry powder, half a
how much
teaspoon of
thyme?
thyme.
and then now we're
Half a
adding the salt. Can they see it? This is the salt. The salt.
About a
much salt?
tablespoon of salt.
Maybe more than that.
How much curry
Yeah.
powder?
I will still test it to know whether that
So,
is okay. Then
Just a little bit of thyme, tablespoon salt, about a tablespoon of curry. We give you a little bit more spices.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna use the whole pack of and crumble up the bouillon cube
So I'll use one now, then we'll use the remaining one for the soup.
later on. So one
So now I will add water.
cube of that bouillon added to the pot, and then probably about like a small bowl worth of water, probably a couple cups.
So now we just add small water, not really,
to-
just to mix all the ingredients that we provided in there.
I'm so sorry. Were we supposed to add one of the Knorr cubes yet?
1 cube, yeah, 1 cube.
One
1
cube.
cube of seasoning.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So I'm just adding little water to just mix all the ingredients that I have in there. Now I'm gonna close it,
So how much water total? 5 cups?
the lid.
I would say probably like you did just till it covers the meat.
Okay, covers me. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's show, yeah. Just enough water, and you stirred it a little bit, but
Just enough water just to
cover the meat
yeah,
and
just cover the thing.
the onion.
We're gonna use the water to cook the vegetable later.
And then how much how hot do you want it? Do you want it simmer or do you want it to boil?
To boil.
You want it to come to a boil? So
Yes.
I can put it a little hotter.
And we need to do fast so that
There we go.
okay, so we have that on right now. Okay, we can add a little more water so that we have enough for
You
the,
might add a little bit more water.
so that we have enough for the veggies. So you can add just a little bit.
Yeah, so you added like another quarter cup of water. It's still just right at the edge of the meat here. And so we'll just bring that to a boil.
And because of the water, I might add a little salt.
Tuta's gonna add another like
Just
teaspoon of salt.
just because of the water we added.
You want it to be a little bit saltier and get some.
Mhm. So while that is boiling, we'll go cut our vegetables.
Okay, so we're going
Where do I
to
trash?
chop up our.
I need to trash this.
Yeah, I can do that. We're gonna now chop up our spinach and our kale. Then we. I think so. So
So while the meat cooks, we're gonna chop the kale and then the spinach. So we're gonna cut them in tiny pieces.
tiny pieces.
Should
So
I
I can help.
should I
do
face the
that.
camera while doing that?
Okay.
So you
and I
might
can
you can
help.
help with the spinach. I like
I can put up both if you want.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And you said really, really small. So
Yes.
when I saw you do it,
So
Really?
something that I need to tell you real quick, you can cut this off.
stem off.
Yes, if you don't, because it's gonna be hard. Yeah,
Okay,
so you can
no,
just
none
cut
of the
it off.
bottom stem, so chop that off,
Yeah,
and then we'll start that. And then I saw you bunching it together
yeah,
and just as small as possible.
as small as possible. Yeah.
Almost like thin shreds. And we can go over it if we feel like some got away. That's still pretty big. So we're gonna do all of the entire bunch of kale and the whole box of spinach just the same way. So nice and thin for the kale and the spinach.
So you can cut your vegetable at home right now.
And we're using this red green kale, but you usually use like
I
curly
usually use the
green,
main green kale.
the
Yeah.
plain green,
If you can't find kale, you can still use collard green.
collard green.
Yeah. Or any other vegetable that is coarse this way.
And then how do you think I should like to do?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah, no, yeah, that's perfect.
That's okay?
Yes.
And then put it in a bowl. Look at the rest of it. Thanks, Erica, our camera woman.
I think this is okay. Maybe we should leave the rest.
Okay.
Let's cut the spinach.
Tutu says we might be okay with leaving a few leaves out, so I think I've got 1, 2.
No, depending on the quantity they want to cook at home.
Yeah.
But, but one rule, the spinach should be more than the kale
Okay.
every time.
Every
Yeah.
time, spinach more than kale.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave out these 4 or 5. They're just 4 leaves. We'll leave out for another day.
Mhm. So every time you want to cook this soup, the spinach should always be more than the kale.
And we've got some spinach already.
So
I'll show you how to do that.
to cut the spinach now. We can put that aside.
So we're doing 2 batches, so so that we have some leftovers, even after the dinner. So what I do with this spinach is I like to just squish it a little bit together and fold it.
Yeah.
And then, you'll have stragglers, but just like the kale, as thin as you can. How's the water boiling? Is it boiling?
Yeah, it's boiling good.
Okay.
Any spinach, or does it have to be baby spinach?
Yeah. Any spinach?
And
or-
spinach.
Any spinach?
Any
As
spinach.
long as it's chopped up?
Yeah. Oh, I don't even know there are different types of spinach anyway.
It looks so pretty with the new green. And how long should we boil
The meat,
stew?
this one,
Yeah.
honestly, maybe like how long we have been on for how long now?
It's been about a couple minutes, but induction burner.
Maybe just like 7 minutes or something.
7 minutes.
Because we're still gonna boil it with the vegetable, so
Okay.
we don't want it to be overcooked already.
Okay, yeah, good.
Just normal cooking level for the
Don't overcook so it doesn't get.
yes, because by the time you cook it with the soup, then it's mine. I think we might be okay with it now, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah. So now we'll blend the
So once the spinach is done, you chop the rest up you chop the rest of that onion up for the food
for the
processor?
yes. So once we are done with the spinach, you cut the rest of the onions.
It doesn't matter how you chop up the onion?
Yeah, this time. And then the bell pepper that you have, you rinse it, and then we're gonna blend that together.
Okay, so rinse. Water. Is it okay?
Yeah,
Want me to?
just
Yeah, I
off.
can get
It should off first now.
turn it off. though.
So you can take your meat off from the
If yours was boiling for like 5 minutes or so, you can turn it off.
yeah.
Ours always comes to a boil a lot quicker than other people, so maybe they're
Okay,
still
yeah,
getting,
that's
maybe yours is still not yet boiled.
how do I?
Okay, and then I can. Do you want me to happy to chop the onion if you want?
No, I can just cut it. Yeah. I can take this off.
Sweet. Yeah, we're gonna use a bunch of greens today.
Yeah. So now, oh,
I
I
can
think
get it.
it's okay now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cut the onions right now. I'll rinse them.
So you're gonna slice the onions?
So just like slice it.
Oh, just nice and rough.
Yeah, since we are blending it, so it doesn't need to be small. Okay, then the bell pepper.
Just
How
take
do
the
I
seeds out.
open it?
There we go.
Okay.
So we're gonna use a food processor
So I'm
and.
going to rinse the food processor and then we'll blend it.
Crop your red onions, then will we take the seeds out of the
Yes.
bell pepper?
If you want, if you like it with the seed, no problem. So
Put them all in
mhm.
with the onion, and then does the fish go in?
No, the fish is
No,
not going
Doesn't go
in.
in yet.
No, we cook the fish. You don't blend the fish.
Into a paste? No.
Yeah. we
No
don't-
blending of the fish.
I will rinse this part up.
If there's any dirt on your pepper, just rinse it off. We found some on ours. Here we go. We got as much of the pepper in as we can.
Can this take more than this? Or is it
I
okay?
think it should be fine. If we cram it in there, it should be okay.
If it comes, we can do it in batches.
Okay. I think it might be okay. So depending on your food processor, if you need to do it in batches, you can. But you're just breaking the pepper
I think
apart.
we can put
Yeah.
more water in there.
We add the little pepper as well.
Yeah, I think we're
Oh, I'm not too fast for them.
habanero pepper.
Yes, I'm adding it to this one.
Good.
So-
Good. Thank you for.
Depending on your pepper tolerance, this is very hot.
Yeah.
You might want to use half or a whole one.
Okay.
So I'll use one.
Okay.
But if you don't eat pepper, please just use half of the habanero.
Yeah.
Half of the habanero.
And if you're sensitive to pepper, maybe you don't put the seeds in.
Yes.
But do you like pepper? Or
Not
spice?
No, not that much, but I just want to feel it. But I
Yeah.
don't like pepper food. Yeah, I don't like spicy
So
that
you put
much.
like a cup. You put like a whole cup of water.
So if we were using one pack, I'll use half. But
Okay.
since we're doing two, I'm gonna use the whole
Okay.
one.
So I think every kit got 2 peppers. So
Two habanero?
so every kit got 1 habanero but 2 bell pepper.
Yeah, they can use this, but I'm talking about the habanero that they
Habanero,
should
yeah,
use
only
like half if they
Yeah.
don't like spicy food. How did I do it? Maybe it's too much for it.
Oh, actually, will you hold this?
I'm sorry, how much bell pepper is going in? Both of them or just one?
We're gonna put both of them in, both bell peppers.
Yeah, both bell peppers. Is it on? I think it was not really entered here.
We're just making sure.
The processor is kind of active. Should I try? Let me try. Let me try. Should I put the stuff out? Maybe.
Maybe it's stuck.
Yeah.
We can get a bowl. So we can our food processor is stuck in it. So we're just gonna take this out really quick.
Okay. Thank you. Let me remove.
Don't habanero.
Almost like stuck.
Is there something? Okay. I know. All right, that's first. Do you have another one?
There. I'll get my feet wedged somehow.
And it can't work this way, right? If we put it on, it won't work.
I think it needs to go back this way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's try. There we go.
Should I remove the stuff first?
we found it. This little food processor has seen its time. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
And then everything can go back in. All right, so we're putting the 2 bell peppers that are kind of roughly broken up with the other part of that half onion, and then the
Maybe we
1
should not put
habanero.
everything at once. Maybe we should leave it this way, then do the other batch. Okay. So now it's done. So should I just on it?
Yeah, just one. And you want to blend it all the way?
No, not all the way.
Not all the way?
Yeah. It
Just
should be
kind of a rough
coarse. Yeah.
Coarse chop?
Some of it. Okay. We still have some that are not blended as well. So let's continue. We have to hold it.
Let me then
We have to hold it.
get you a.
Think we have it. Yeah. Want to remove it? Yep. Okay. Let's see. Just put it in. And do the second batch because we divided it into
So we're doing a second batch with the other bell peppers?
okay. Then the remaining of the other batch. So I'll put some water again. And then, will you help me? Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. I think the water removed it.
I'll do a couple. I'm sorry.
And the knife is really sharp. Yeah. Maybe one more. Okay.
I'll be right there. Just a moment. I'll be right there.
Yep. Did they stay? Did they? Okay, yeah.
There you go. We got
We
it.
can add a little bit of more onions since we have to cut.
So we're putting a little more onion.
Mm-hmm. It's because we are cooking two portions together, but they don't need to add more onions.
So we're just blending it all together, and how's everybody doing?
Are they cooking in that room? Hope they are getting it and following what we're doing.
We can get a close up here. So you just put it into a bowl. We're making a double batch, so. Oh, Joyce says we're still chopping pepper.
Oh, they are still chopping pepper.
Still chopping pepper. You just broke it up with your hands.
I just broke it up
Yeah.
no time.
That's really clever.
Yeah, that's how I just did. Okay, so
Okay, and just pull some more.
they are done.
And just a coarse chop. You kind of want it fine like that. And here's what the goat looks like.
Mm,
Really good.
yes,
Or one
It's true,
one
that
fingering pepper.
I don't think this pepper want to get blended.
That's okay. And if your peppers don't break up, just try and pulse and see if it does it more.
Okay. Okay, it's all done now. Yeah,
Okay, look good.
don't shut it.
Yeah, it looks really good. Yeah, look how beautiful that is. All done with that.
So, yeah,
So you can set your food processor away.
do you use this to blend that?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so,
Oh yeah.
okay, so now we're gonna get our big pot, the main pot for the cooking.
Yeah.
Those are too big. I hope
Do you
this-
want a big one? An even bigger one?
No, but that is too big.
Yeah.
So we'll get our big pot right now, and then we'll go back to our meat and kind of I need a spoon.
Got a spotted spoon to strain all the water? Or just to scoop the meat out?
Yes, I'll just cook the meat out.
So a spotted spoon in a little bowl. And you're just gonna kind of, do you just pick only do you leave the onions or just
No, leave the onions. We'll just cook that with it.
just the,
Just the meat, yeah.
and just, the onion was just to kind of make it tender and,
And that flavor, that onion flavor in the
mm,
we cook onion with almost all our food.
yeah, with onion.
Mm-hmm.
And red onion or yellow onion or,
Well, red onion because they bring more flavor out than the white or the yellow one. I think it's only fried rice. We really use white onions for.
fried rice, just not white onion.
So that the red doesn't look black inside.
Yeah, Tesfa, who teaches our Ethiopian classes, he only uses red onion too
For fried rice.
for his berbere
Mm-hmm.
lentil dishes.
But red onions have this strong
Yeah,
flavor.
strong. So all of your goat is just in a bowl.
So then we're gonna put the stock
Oh,
back. So the pot we're gonna use to cook right now.
great. So you just made a stock with the
Mm-hmm.
goat.
Yeah,
And so all the ingredients and flavor will be
we
the
can hold it now.
base. And how hot do you want it?
Just the same level.
Medium or boiling?
Boiling.
Boiling? All right, heat it up to boiling.
Then we're gonna add our pepper.
Oh,
What's happening?
Are they up to that level? Or we are going ahead?
Just one quick question. How do you know when to take out the goat meat?
So we are adding the. Yeah.
Oh yeah, how do you know when to take it out? So is it based on the time? Was it the 25 minutes that it was boiling or?
I can't hear.
yeah. So his question is, how do you know when how do you know when the goat is done?
Okay, so for the boiling, just give it like 10 minutes or something, because we're still going to add it in here and it will still boil more. So depending on how soft you want your goat to be, If you don't want it too soft, just don't let it be too boiled for when you're boiling it. Then when you're cooking this, you still have the goat ear and it will cook with the soup and every other thing. So by the time it cooks with the soup, it will get fully cooked. Yeah.
So
Thank
most
you.
people should be ready to take their goat.
So you can take your goat out now because you still cook it with this soup.
Yeah, so
Yes.
just strain out your goat and then save that stock because that will be what we use for the pepper liquid.
So right now we're gonna put the palm oil.
How much palm oil?
I'm just putting everything.
Put it all in. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't like palm oil, you might not put it on it.
Oh, I think it's traditional. I'll do it the way you teach.
Yeah.
So put your whole container of palm oil in. And this is like one of my favorite oils. It's so colorful.
Since we are cooking
Yeah,
two,
we're doing two.
so I'll save some for the Garri. No, save some, just little tiny bit for the Garri.
Okay, save a little for the Garri. So maybe like a couple spoonfuls.
Yeah.
Save a couple spoonfuls of the palm oil for your Garri. And then
So right now,
just
I need
add
the
it.
cover for this.
cover it on the container.
So right now, the stockfish that you have, you're gonna start like breaking that into a bowl. I don't know if this
Oh.
type is so strong.
Yeah, it is really
I
strong.
don't think you can cut this, but if it's not this type, we're supposed to cut it into tiny bits.
Okay.
But this is strong. I can't do it.
Yeah.
So because we want to show you how to do this naturally, another way you can do this is before you start cooking the stockfish, because it's very hard, you can cool them inside hot water. I was saying it the other time.
Yeah.
Inside hot water before you cook, like an hour or two before you cook. You put it in hot water and add some salt and leave it down. So that by the time you start cooking, it's already soft.
Yeah, it's hydrated. So
Yes,
Should we put it
Now
in
just
the
wash it
liquid?
now and add it. No, I just add it now. It will do the same job.
Okay. So we'll
But for other times, I wanted to do that, but I want to show them how that
Yeah.
is done. So do
you
we have
just
hot
gonna,
water or
like
something?
kind of break it up with little.
Can we break it? This is hard, so we'll just use this like that.
Should we put a little water, warm water?
Yeah, we can put warm water.
I
and
could.
just raise it.
So we're gonna boil a little water, or you could put it microwave some maybe hot water. So how much water you think?
Just a little.
So this is just gonna help hydrate the stockfish. So if you wanted, could they micro cook?
You want to? Yeah.
Stockfish if they wanted.
I'm sorry, I'm lost. So in the big pot, you put palm oil and what?
There's a question.
So in the big pot, we've got the broth from the goat. And then
The
we've got
The pepper
all the pepper mixture.
blended, yeah,
And then
and
we
palm oil.
have most of the palm oil, but we saved a couple spoonfuls of the palm oil for the Garri for the next dish. And then what we were
That's so funny.
deciding was how to hydrate the stockfish. So we've got a little bit of hot water here that we're going to bring to a boil, and then probably you can pour over the stockfish to hydrate it.
Mhm.
We'll set it inside the hot water.
No, I just use it to raise it so that I'll
Oh.
put it in the soup.
Cause you want it to like, you want to tear it apart into the.
I might not tear it anyways because it's actually big.
Yeah. So we
Right.
got
Is it
big
boiling?
chunks. I think everyone got big chunks of the,
Mm. So if you like your stockfish, if you like to tear it apart, when you go to buy stockfish, buy the smaller sizes
small.
or the one that has been cut in pieces or something. But some people like it this way, but I just like it to be
Already
smaller in size.
ready.
Something like
pre-ordered.
small like.
Mhm.
So while we wait for the water, let's prep the kidney fish.
So
So
everybody,
while we wait for the water to boil, we'll want to prep our kidney fish. So this is the fish. We're gonna remove the head.
People got the head, some people got the tail.
Yeah, so if you got the head, you can just remove it.
Remove the head out
Then we're gonna remove the bones.
and take the bones out.
Yeah.
And then you kind of split it here on the side.
Yeah.
And split it down the middle,
Split it and remove all the dirt.
all the bones.
Yeah,
The
and
rib.
all whatever is in here.
And do you try and keep it whole, or if it splits
No,
apart, it's
no,
okay?
I'll split it apart. So when you remove that, then you can
Oh.
split it.
So the ribs kind of come out all together.
Mhm. So then you remove the
The
meat.
spinal
Yeah.
vertebrae. Oh, it just came out totally on its own.
Yeah, it will come out on its own.
And the people that have the tail part, do they keep the tail or do they?
No, it's this kind of how the tail part looks, right? This is the head.
Cut them.
I will do that. I will do that and show them.
Okay, great.
So just remove the bones.
The
remove
bones, keep them as whole as you can, and then you
Yeah,
tear
and
them up.
then just
Smells good.
remove
It's kind of salty.
all kind of bones that you might feel, so that in case children
Yeah.
cannot eat that. Then for the tail part, you do the same
So
thing.
if some of you got the head, you can take the head off, but some of you got the tail. So
So for the tail, just open it up, same way.
you're just wow.
Just open it right and just remove the.
And remove the tail.
Yeah,
You did that quick.
yeah, that's
You did
good.
that really
And just remove any
the
the
kidney fish.
yeah,
and the
and
gills
all
and the
the
fin.
yeah, all the places where you can have bones.
So the fin,
Yeah.
and then keep the
Okay,
skin.
Yeah, I keep
Yeah,
the skin.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
If
kind
you
of
don't like the skin, you can remove, but that's part of the flavor.
Yeah.
And just cut it.
And then the water
And
is
the water is
boiling.
boiling now, so
So
we
if
should
it was
go
boiling, it was just
stop fish. So our stockfish, let's go back.
Well, so you're just placing the stockfish
And
in the hot water,
and I'll just put some salt.
and you're putting like a pinch of salt.
Yes.
So this just hides.
Goes in the pot, stockfish goes in the broth.
Yeah, stockfish is gonna go into the warm water just to hydrate.
Just to hydrate it.
And then
Yeah.
we haven't put the kidney fish in yet.
Yeah. So
We just took the bones out. So this is actually
So
this
let's
is just the
just-
stockfish. So it's really hard and dense. So you just
so just
let it
Sorry,
breathe.
okay.
I thought we were
So let's go back here.
We haven't gotten there yet. We haven't gotten
Did
to
they
the
get that? No, be careful. Yeah, sorry. Okay, that's cool.
Anybody lost? I'm happy to reiterate what we did.
Yes,
So we
I'm
just the stockfish, we have boiling water here, and we just put the stockfish just to make it soft. This you don't really need this, and you can do this before you start cooking. Just put your stockfish in hot water to make it soft, and then we prep the kidney fish. We remove the bones, and then remove all the dirt. And this is the kidney fish. So I'm going to add the kidney fish right now into the soup.
And add it to the broth.
Is the
Yeah.
kidney fish broken up or cut up? Or
Yes,
is
it's broken down.
You kind of tore it apart.
it with the skin still on it?
And this is
Yeah, with the skin still on.
with the skin. If you don't like the skin, you can remove it. But the skin adds its own flavor. So I'm gonna add the kidney fish right now.
Oh, man, that's good.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then our stockfish is still boiling. It's still
No, I'm gonna add that now.
you're gonna add it soon because it's kind of softened up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And this has bone. Then I'm gonna add this.
Even with the water or just spoon out the.
I think I'll just add it. Oh no, don't let me add the butter to make it so.
So just scoop up the. I'm just gonna scoop the stockfish into the
Mhm.
broth. And then discard that
So
water.
we don't
Yeah.
cut up the stockfish, we just put it in whole.
Yeah, she put it in whole.
Because if you want to do it at home next time, try to prep the stockfish beforehand so that it gets soft and you can cut it.
Yeah.
But now it's hot, so I can
Yeah.
cut it. But if we have done this before now, but we wanted to show you, that was why we didn't do it. But if you have done it before cooking, maybe like 2 hours before, you boil it and just leave it inside the hot water till it's cool. Then you cut it into smaller parts.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. And so just keep that as a rolling boil, or what do you think?
Yeah, so it just keeps boiling.
Let it
Yeah,
stick
then
together.
we'll go to the dry fish.
The bony fish.
Yes. So I need another plate.
And do you keep the bones in those?
No.
I'll take them out.
We'll take them out.
Okay, so we're gonna take the bones out
Yeah,
of
we
the
take the
bony
bones
fish.
in almost all the fish out because you might have children.
Yeah. Oh, so you crack it lengthwise, just
Ye-
down the
Yeah.
middle,
Mm-hmm.
and then
And then you
after-
just try to remove whatever bone. Okay, this doesn't. So can you see the bone?
yeah, like the vertebrae.
Mm-hmm.
So you just snap it and peel it off.
Yeah.
So like peel off the outside while holding the vertebrae.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, look,
That's just goes up.
so just remove the vertebrae
Mm-hmm.
down the
Okay.
middle.
All right.
So should we slice them and then pull the,
Yes, should we
question?
slice them?
What slice what?
Slice this open? You're just kind of pulling it out with your.
Whatever way is easier for you to remove the bone, just remove the bone.
It probably is. It looks like you're just kind of.
If you're not used to this style, whatever style you're used to, it's just to get the bones out.
You kind of just are pinching the meat off the bony fish.
Mhm.
Um,
So I'm just like I will slice it up this way. Can you see?
just pinching it,
Yeah, just like this.
and then
Then the bone is here.
Mm-hmm.
Then
You
I'll
just kind of snap it,
yeah, and it kind of gets removed.
and it's okay if things break off.
Yeah, it's okay since we're still gonna cut it like in smaller sizes.
But it might be the easiest to use your fingers, because that way you can grab the little
Mhm.
bones. So we're learning about a bunch of new fish.
Let me cover this. This is good.
And if there are some bones, is it okay?
If there's some people even cook it with the bones, like they just put it that way. But because of children, maybe because I have children,
Yeah.
I'm used to removing the bones so that they don't get choked on the
Totally.
bone. Yeah.
And I feel like the vertebrae.
Or maybe some adult or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
you might easily get choked on the bones. So you want to remove bones. But some even chew the bone because it's gonna be soft anyway.
Yeah, it will soften.
Mhm.
It's kind of like, yeah, I think these are sardines. No?
Mhm.
Sardine. So some of the sardines that we get in our store, they have bones in them, and those they're so delicate that you can kind of chew on them. So if you do catch a couple bones while you
Yeah,
eat tonight,
you
you can just chew
either
them.
chew it or remove it depending on how you want it. Yeah, so just snap it up.
You're really good at this.
Yeah, and just
And how often do you make this dish?
almost every other week. The thing is, we have varieties. We have all this kind of vegetable soup. We have afang soup. We have jute. So I cook the other different varieties.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What is this your favorite?
yeah, this is my favorite. That's why I'm cooking this.
And who taught you? Who taught you how to make it?
Okay, so because this is not a Yoruba dish, so it's not my mom that taught me.
Yeah.
So my elder sister stays in Calabar, in Nigeria, Cross River
Is
State.
it far away?
It's far away to my own state, like some 15-hour drive.
Oh wow, that is.
Yeah, so we have the Efik and the Ibibio. Yeah, so Akwa Ibom State, Cross River State, they eat this soup a lot. So
Okay.
she stays there, and I kind of stayed with her
Yeah.
when I was in the university.
Uh-huh.
So this is their like
You
their
learned
local
from
fish.
her. You learned from her on this.
Yes, I learned it from the environment because this is their everyday soup there, kind of. Yeah, so this one, afang soup, and every of their
What's
Igbo
fun
soup.
soup?
That's another soup that's like
Kind
this.
of like that, but with
But with
fish.
everything like this, just that the leaf, you use
Yeah.
this spinach and afang leaf.
Afan. Okay, afan soup. I got you.
Yeah, and the leaf they also have at Asha. They call it ukazi. Ukazi leaf.
Ukasi. Ukasi. That's really cool.
So it's almost the same style, but the leaves that you use are
Leaves are
different.
different.
Yeah, I mean the veggies. Gonna prep like half of this.
This looks good.
Hope you all doing yours.
How's the deboning going?
And it's good that you bought the bigger ones. There are some that are smaller and
Oh yeah,
it's
harder
a
to get.
pain to get the ones out.
Yeah, so we just asked the woman at the market for the bony fish, and she's like, okay. She knew. Well, you called.
I called out. That's
Tutu was
the
sweet, and she called ahead and said, "Hey, there's a woman that's coming."
make sure you have
So
all the
I
ingredients.
learned a lot. It's always so fun to learn about different staple foods. You know, I grew up in Chicago, so it wasn't close to an ocean, so I didn't have opportunity for all of the different fish.
Yeah, this soup, the states that eat this soup in Nigeria, they're the riverine states.
Yeah.
So they are the states that have lots of rivers and water. So they eat lots of
Fish.
seafood. And so I'm gonna raise this.
Rinse. So once you're all done, rinse it off, and then strain the water.
Once
It's
you
just a
use
way
the
to get the salt out,
sieve,
and then you.
so we are gonna add that to our soup.
Is it okay the way it's boiling? Still.
Mhm, mhm.
You wanna.
By now you'll be perceiving the aroma.
Did the
Kind of.
sardines need to be chopped up at all?
What did she say?
One more time.
Do the sardines need to be chopped up at all? I mean, I know they kind of broke up a bit, but do they need to
We
be
just
like,
broke it up and we raised it.
She had some of them like halved and some of them broke.
Yeah.
So depending on your comfort, you can keep them in half or break them
Or
up.
break them up. Depending on how you like to see them in the soup. So we're gonna reintroduce our goat
Goat.
meat back.
And just place
Yeah,
the goat back in there.
yeah. You gently stir.
Oh,
Yeah. So some people eat with this. This is already kind of, we call this stew. So if you don't stew, if you don't want to add vegetables, you can eat this with rice.
okay, yeah.
You understand? Like
Yeah.
you're
Stew?
cooking this at
Stew.
stew, STEW.
Yeah, stew.
So if you don't want to add vegetables, this can be
This
stew.
is just
Yeah.
plenty.
Mm-hmm. Because you can take half of it and keep to eat as stew, and you use out of it half of it for the veggies.
And then so you
Now we're gonna add the crayfish.
And add the
my,
all of
I
the-
got everything there.
yeah, the containers are a little
Is this how the salt?
strong.
Is this how the salt is?
Yeah.
Oh
Mhm.
wow.
Yeah, so this
So
is the
just,
ground.
just add your crayfish. Just add everything.
They came in bigger bags, but we portioned it into
Okay,
small.
okay.
Mhm.
There's
And
the
then
second
we're
one.
doing two, so. Add all
So
of your
because we are
crayfish.
cooking 2 batches, we're adding the 2 sets of crayfish. So just add your crayfish.
So that it hydrates.
Mm-hmm. Everything cooks. And just
Smells like ocean.
and just put it. And now we're gonna be putting our seasoning.
The last of the bouillon cube If you put all the bouillon cube, it's probably okay, right?
Yeah,
They put
I
both,
think I will have to put one more because we are cooking soup.
but
also.
if you did leave out one of the bouillon cubes, you can add it now.
Okay. And how
You
much of
use
the
one
crawfish
to
do you get?
make the meat, to boil the meat, and then we're using the second one right now.
And then how much of the crawfish should we use? The entire thing?
Yeah, you're gonna use the whole thing.
The whole thing. Okay.
So now we're going with the salt.
So add the crayfish, add the bouillon if you didn't add that, and then it looks like about a tablespoon and a half of salt.
Just taste you can taste it and then the salt to your level of salt tolerance. Some people eat
Some of the sardines and the fish will have salt already.
and the stock water
And the
also.
stock water.
So I don't know how you taste, but in my country, we do it this way.
Oh,
Can you want to try that?
yeah.
It's hot. So you need salt. You
Yeah.
still need more salt.
Really good.
So I've need more salt. I'm going to add the last of this. And then one more salt.
So just keep it on a rolling boil.
So just taste it and then add salt.
What do you think? Do you need more salt?
Can you perceive the aroma of those crayfish and all? Yeah. So this is the smell we are looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crayfish and the stockfish.
The fish.
The pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that again. Yeah, I think it's okay now.
Yeah. Okay. She added just a little bit more salt.
So we're gonna be putting our veggies in.
So now it's time for the spinach and the kale.
Yeah, we'll put the kale first, then whichever one you need. This one. Thank you.
Thank you, Erica.
Okay, so right now we're gonna be adding our veggies. I'll rinse that.
So you rinse the spinach?
I already rinsed it before we cut it.
Oh,
but okay, no, I think I rinsed the kale.
yeah, and the spinach has been rinsed a couple times.
Do you have another seed?
I could
If you don't have no, don't worry, that's it. I'll just do it.
so you're just rinsing and straining it just a bit. This is the spinach. So you say spinach first or kale first?
Actually, at home, you put the water leaf first before but because this seems stronger, maybe we'll put the kale first.
Okay. And water leaf usually, this would be the substitute in the spinach.
Yeah, spinach is the substitute for the water leaf, and then kale is the substitute for the ugu leaf.
Okay, just washing it again.
Yeah. Let me bring the other bowl. So I put it on the bigger one so that it drops under the water drops in there.
So we're just using a couple big bowls.
Yeah. Can you see why I was looking for bigger pots?
Yeah.
Okay. I hope some of them can show us what they are cooking.
Yeah. If you are interested, she would love to see any of your pots. So I don't know.
Let's see how you're going with yours at
how
home.
everything's going.
Are you adding, I'm sorry, are you adding the spinach or the kale now?
We're gonna add the kale now.
We're adding the kale now.
And then once it cooks down a little, you'll add the spinach.
Just a little, maybe 2 minutes.
Maybe 2 minutes of the kale cooking, and then we'll add the spinach.
A little confused. So we're adding all the kale and some of the spinach?
I think all the kale and all the spinach.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you. How's everybody doing?
At this point, don't cover it again.
Don't put the cover on it because we want it to evaporate a little.
Mm-hmm. And we don't want the grain,
Yeah. Oh, green color.
yeah, to disappear. We don't want it brownish.
Yeah. Just Tutu said, don't put the lid on. It's easy cleanup.
Mm. Oh. You can use this to eat swallow, like the Garri will make. You can use it to eat rice. You can just eat it alone as vegetable soup.
Yeah.
If you just maybe you're feeling cold or something.
Yeah.
If you're having cold, you can cook this and add more habanero to be more
Habanero.
spicy, and you can just eat it, and then it helps with if you're having some sinuses or whatever.
Yeah.
you blow it off.
Totally stop it.
Yeah, you eat it hot. So some people when they want to lose weight, they just eat the soup.
Okay.
They don't eat it with Garri.
Yeah, no
You eat
problem.
it alone. So whatever.
This-
So now we're gonna add our spinach.
the rest of the spinach is going in.
And there's my spoon.
It's a good thing that the spinach wilts down.
Yeah.
I wish I had a bigger pot for you.
Mm. It will
Ew.
it will melt anyways. So you mix the soup right now. I can see all the goodness.
So colorful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You feel the smell. Can perceive the aroma of the soup. This no decided not.
Oh yeah, that was the one that didn't want to blend up. We had a little pepper that was refusing to be with the group.
So try to mix everything together as much as
Possible.
possible.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
So I returned some. I just want to add it at this
Yeah.
point. It's the same thing whether you add it at the beginning or
She
not.
she saved a little bit of the crayfish, but she ended up putting a little bit, all of it in. So we just had a little extra.
Oh.
It's nice and thick.
Yeah. So you want to have this consistency, not too watery and not too thick. Some people like the water, but I mean
Liquidy.
yeah. While some like it to be thicker. Yeah. So
And that's the kinney, right? The kinney fish.
yeah, no, this is the
Oh, that's the goat.
meat.
That's the goat.
This is the
Yeah.
stockfish. This others,
Sardine,
yeah,
bony.
yeah.
And then-
And the kingfish are kind of scattered a little more, but they are softer. Yeah. So can you see them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look how beautiful.
So at this point, we might want to taste it again. Perfect.
Aw. Mm. really good.
So you just maybe just some 3 minutes more. We don't want the vegetable to be overcooked,
Yeah.
and the soup is done. And we're done. And that is our Edikaikong soup. It's ready.
This is all ready?
It's all ready. Yeah, just let it simmer for like
Okay.
2 or 3 minutes more.
Okay, 2 or 3 minutes more and it's ready to serve.
So right now, we go to the Garri.
So there was a couple questions. Marcus said, did we ever add the crayfish powder? You can add that in if you haven't already. And
Have they added? No, you can have the crayfish. You should have even added it before we added the vegetable.
so if you didn't add it in yet,
Add it now, add it,
in.
yeah.
And then Elizabeth said, did we add the goat in already? And yeah, we have. So,
Yes, we added the goat when we were adding all the fish.
yeah, so feel free, if you didn't add it now, you can add it in and maybe have them cook it a little bit later.
Yes, yes. So naturally, when you add the kidney, we add the stockfish first, but because we were boiling it, you add the stockfish first, add your kidney fish, your dry bony fish. After removing all the bones, you add all that. Then you add your meat. If you didn't really cook your meat that soft earlier, you can add the meat too at the beginning. So just add all those meats and everything, then the crayfish.
Yep.
And then you put your salt and your seasoning and all that.
Yeah, just
Yes.
you added salt as it is, and then if you hadn't added any of the bouillon, make sure you add that.
Make sure you add that and your salt. That is before you add the vegetables. You add all those things.
The meat.
You allow it
fish.
cook for some minutes, like 5 minutes. Then you introduce the kale fish, and then you add the spinach. So at this point, we can off it.
Yeah, so they can turn it off. But if you didn't add your goat or your fish in yet, definitely get that in.
Get that in and let it cook
Let it
with
cook.
it. Yeah, so that all the taste and everything will come in. So we have our soup ready and ready to eat.
How did you know? How do you know that it was ready? Because once you put the greens in, they all wilted down and.
Yeah, so you're gonna know if you want to know because I've been cooking it, I just know it. But if you really just want to know, you can just take some vegetable out and probably just taste some of it.
Yeah.
So once it's soft in your mouth, you know that it's ready.
Yeah.
You want to taste it?
Yeah. Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
So stewy and fishy and good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then when they go to eat it, how should they eat the stockfish? Just with their hands
Mhm.
and kind of break it apart because
It will have been
there
soft.
might be some bones still in the stockfish.
Mhm.
So just kind of break it up with your hands and.
But if they want to cook it next time, try to boil it this way. Make it soft before you start cooking so that you already
Take the bone out.
take the bone off and peel it into smaller pieces.
And then,
then
do you eat it really hot or do you let it cool a little bit?
you really eat it hot. Yeah. Right up. Is it right? So now we are going to be making the eba.
Okay, the eba.
So the
How
three of us are eating, right? So maybe I should add more, but I don't know the quantity you want to eat anyway. Will you eat a lot?
No. So you can take some food home to your girls.
Okay, so
How much water?
Yeah.
So you had about,
depending on the number of people eating it, that will
we're
decide what-
making a double batch of Garri, so I feel like
we might not.
Recipe
This
said-
might just be enough anyway.
check your recipe card. Well, I didn't say. You said add a half a cup of water.
Yeah, that's the water.
So this is double. So maybe like a half a cup to a cup of water.
Depending on the number of people that want to eat the eba,
Yeah.
that's the number of that's the amount of
And then
water. you put.
they all got exactly this. So
So I think that might be okay for this water.
okay, so maybe I think what you have heating up is like 2.5 cups of water for your Garri. So you have it just in a little.
If you don't want to eat all that, reduce the water and by the time you are adding the Garri, you know when you're to stop.
Okay.
So right now I will add in.
So 2.5 cups of water. Then you're gonna bring it to boil.
Mhm.
Okay, bring it to boil. I'll turn it back.
think that was, it wasn't
Oh,
good
it's
enough
sorry.
more
So,
than that.
yeah. So
That's all right. Okay.
Mhm.
So right now, because we want to make it like Igbo Garri,
So
you add the palm oil.
couple tablespoons
Of
of palm
palm
oil, like a
oil.
big scoop,
Another scoop. That's not tiny.
so maybe like 2 to 3 tablespoons
Depending on the
of
way you want it to be yellow, though.
the palm oil. So it'll be nice and yellow.
Yeah.
And you said
If you don't really want it to be that yellow, you can just add tiny bit.
you said that in Igbo or
The-
that
the-
it's traditional.
Yeah, so if this is a Yoruba Garri, you just add the water, you put it to a boil and just add the Garri and
Okay.
stir. But I want to make it the way they actually sell yellow Garri in Nigeria that is already,
Had palm oil.
yes. But here I don't think they have a Pasha either.
No.
So there's a way we just try to make it look like that.
Yeah.
And this is the way.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, you just bring the water to boil, and she did like 3 scoops of the palm oil. And so that will make it look really bright yellow.
Yes.
Ready.
So we can
How's
snap.
everybody
Do you want to
so
snap the
far?
soup? Let me use my phone and take the picture.
Yeah. We'll take a couple photos. Make sure you, if you want to tag us on some of your photos, we're always open to that. So pretty.
Mm. Yeah. Almost complete.
Make sure you get your food photo.
Mhm. So the water bottle. Is this part? Maybe we should transfer. Maybe we should bring that here.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. So bring your pot of oil.
So
So will they need like a special spoon to make the chef?
they will need the what do you call it? This
They'll need a wooden spoon.
wooden spoon, yeah. Is it pesto? Or-
Get it, kind of close up. How's everyone doing? How's your soup coming? The garden's coming to a boil. Your pot might take a little bit longer because the bars is always
Yeah, so we just wait for it.
so.
We just wait for that. Yeah.
You can bring the chair over here. I know she was singing at choir in the choir, right? Today, so you were standing all day today. Have you tasted your soup? Let us know what you think. My greens are going in now, Joyce said. Awesome, Joy.
What is the person putting now?
Joy said, my greens are going in now.
Okay, let's.
Perfect.
Yeah, good
They only
one.
need to cook for a little bit until they're wilted.
Yeah, maybe just like some 3 minutes after you put it in.
So, Marcus says, the broth tastes great. Haven't tried the fish yet. Sounds good.
Yeah, add the fish, add everything.
Yeah. Feel free to try it all. Yeah, this is the first, I spoke to too, that this is one of the first kits that we've had with featuring fish. We had, Nazma She's from, part of the Swahili region
Kenya.
of Kenya. Yeah, and so she did like a coconut curry tilapia stew a
Okay.
couple months ago. So, but that was, we haven't really had much meal kits with fish, so it's nice to feature
Um,
a bunch of them.
I think our own water is boiling right now.
Yeah, our
Are they all
like,
at the level of making Garri?
yeah, does anybody need us to wait a little while before we start on the curry? Where ours is boiled.
We can have the water and
We
wait for them.
We haven't added the cassava or the Garri yet, still have it in our container, but we're happy to wait if you guys need a little bit more time.
You should let us know so we know if we should continue.
Yeah, let us know if we should, Joy says, I'm willing water now for the Garri, so
Okay.
let us know where else, everyone else is, we're happy to
Should we
do it with you.
So should we continue?
Let us know if you want us to wait at all, otherwise we'll get started on the Garri.
Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, I said, let us know if you want us to hold up and not wait before we start the Garri. I want to know where everyone is. Are you still working on the soup?
No, we mixed our Garri, the
Should we add Garri now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're ready for the Garri?
Okay, so
How do
as
you
the
do
water is boiling, you're gonna be so just add the Garri
that?
and keep mixing as you are adding.
So you're just kind of sprinkling it in
Oh wow.
gradually and stirring the whole time.
Where's the second Garri? Yes, the second Garri is going that way. So you're gonna mix it until it's
Starts to
what
get thick?
English? Yeah, until it's thick like this.
And if theirs is liquidy, just keep waiting.
Oh my! You don't have plenty water anyway. Did everybody get this consistency? I hope nobody's spoon is liquid. If it's still liquid, if you have any flour in your house, like maybe you can just add it to thicken it.
And then you just do this for a while.
Yes, you just keep mixing.
You get your arm workout in.
Yes.
And so you still want really high heat, like a boiled heat.
Yeah, so I'm gonna add water.
So it's really thick.
So you're gonna add,
And then you
What,
added like
water?
another like cup of water.
yeah, then
Oh, it smells good.
we can reduce this, so that it doesn't get wrong.
Awesome. Elizabeth said, we are ready. So yeah.
So you're gonna put that and then let it boil.
Okay. So can I get a close up really quick? I'm sorry.
Yep.
So she added a little bit more water and then put the lid on
Then reduce the fire.
and reduce it down. You already did. Good job.
Mhm.
You learned the stove really quick. Many people are like, oh, what's to do?
Yeah, so you reduce. Oh no, I think that's too
Too low?
too low.
So you still want like a medium heat.
Yeah, like medium heat.
And so this will kind of like hydrate. Dean it?
Yeah, yes. So if it's the Yoruba Garri, you want to make, you don't need to do this step. But because this is Igbo Garri we are making,
Smells really good.
so we're gonna wait and let it.
We'll wait how long? I think like 10 minutes,
No, like 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Take a look. We're gonna wait 5 minutes. Here's another beautiful picture of our food.
So we can start getting our plates ready
Yeah.
to serve it.
Yeah.
Where do we get plates?
Oh, sorry. Wrong one. Do you do plates or bowls?
Oh, if you want to put it together, we'll do plates.
Yeah.
But if you want to separate the soup separate and the eba separate, then
How do you usually do it? On a plate?
if I'm gonna eat it alone, then I pour the eba then the soup beside it. But if maybe I'm eating with my children where we are large, then I put the soup separate and
Well, we,
so
every
since
time.
we're eating it, so three different
Three plates?
plates. Is this okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, we're getting the plate all ready. And then,
You have something with the scoop?
yeah.
Something?
Does it okay?
Oh, it's kind of small. Do you have something bigger?
Oh, this one? So we're looking for a big ladle. Ladle? Or,
I don't know. You can just manage it that way. That's I'll just use this. I'll just use this.
to get a big spoon. That's for the soup or the Garri.
That's what the Garri did.
Okay.
So now we're gonna continue. So now we'll keep mixing it.
Okay. Keep mixing it, and if something sticks to the bottom, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay to stick,
Mhm.
and just keep turning it.
Yeah. Most of our food we turn this way. So, but the stuff that we use, the wooden spoon is stronger than this. So
Oh, yeah. So it
you
helps
can't
stir
just
it.
make it easier.
And do you have it? Does it have a bigger spoon, or is it kind of flat?
So this, yeah, it's flat. It doesn't look like spoon.
Mhm.
I'll have brought mine. And then what we use to scoop it is also something round and flat.
Because you eat it. Do you spoon it into like a circle, or how do you?
I'll show you when I scoop it right now. So
Oh, look at it! It's got spongier.
yeah, so it's done right now.
Yeah,
So
kind of got more texture to it. It seems like
Yeah.
everything's hydrated.
yeah,
This reminds me of cornmeal, like corn.
ugali.
Mm.
So depending on the quantity you want egg, you serve this. So let me know the quantity.
Just a little.
Is this okay? I should
Sure.
add more?
Or a little more, sorry, a little less.
A little less?
Or, well, that's good. I want to make sure that there's enough for your kiddos.
Okay,
that's
whatever,
good.
let me know that. Like this, lady? Oh, wow. Like this? Oh, wow. Okay, so I'll scoop mine. We eat a lot. Yeah, so.
Look how colorful.
Yeah, so
So pretty.
we kind of make this
Oh,
round.
and you roll it with your hand a little?
Yeah, just to make it kind of.
Kind of oblong.
Mhm.
Oh. Pretty.
So, let me take it off that so that it doesn't keep cooking.
How's your Eva?
Did it come out well?
This is what ours looks like. It's kind of, it's super thick still.
Yeah. If you have some left in your pot, you can just mix it and just keep it. If you don't cover it, it's gonna
It'll
become
get hard. So make sure you cover it when it's done. Don't you have to wait.
So we
And
can
there's a
do the
ladle?
soup back. Come on. So this one, Oh, no.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yes. Depending on what you want to put in that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just put it on the side.
So you have the goat meat. You want the stockfish?
Sure. A little.
But
Oh,
it's,
you
we didn't
can't.
cut it, so let me see those
Yeah,
flat ones. Okay.
Yeah. Save it to a little one.
The more vegetables.
Beautiful. Look at that.
So do you want goat meat? Do you want starfish? All that is stuff that you do. I have the starfish there? I'm looking.
Is there anything that's your favorite that you like want to make sure you when you
Yeah,
cook
the
it, that you go
stockfish.
for one
Yeah,
of
the
them?
stockfish and the goat meat.
Uh-huh.
The stockfish are big. So naturally, if we had cut it, it will be
Yeah.
kind of smaller. So if you can't finish it, you can just eat like up and yeah.
Beautiful.
Is it okay?
Mm.
We can.
Look it. How's everybody's dishes turning out? Are you plating yet? Or are you still working on your Garri?
Yeah. Yeah. So we're all done.
All done. You want to show them how you eat it, the Garri?
Yeah. So you want to take some pictures? So this is how it looks.
Beautiful. Look at how colorful.
So we eat it with our hands like this. So just like
Like a pinch.
and
And
then
then-
take some of the vegetable.
Is it too hot?
Mm.
So good. So like a little pinch, and then you kind of use it to pick up your spinach.
Mm-hmm. Results blowing.
So good.
Mm.
Any questions for Tutu before we let you have dinner?
Mm.
Let us know. Any questions for Tutu? Thank you guys all so much for joining. We're so happy that you guys were able to make it. And
Thank you.
yeah, we're so happy to have Tutu and Erica here.
I hope you enjoy cooking that. Is anyone eating already? How does it taste?
Everybody eating it yet? We'd love to know.
We're eating. It's really good.
Oh, great.
Good one.
We're saving ours for dinner later.
Save it for dinner. Eating a little later. Well, that'll be great. Thank you guys so much for coming. We have more cooking classes scheduled for the rest of this year, and we're going to be doing like a vegetarian soul food with Desiree Drain, and she's going to be teaching the next class, I believe October 22nd. But thank you again, Tutu.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Erica.
Thank you everyone for joining us.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Great making Nigerian food with you. And yeah, we're so glad to have you here. And keep us posted on any photos you take with your meal, and just tag us. I'll make sure it gets to Tutu and Erica afterwards. But thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a wonderful dinner, and yeah, we'll see you soon. Thank you.